Okay, so we are back. I think this is going to be the most emotional, is that a nice word to use? Emotional first impressions of a tanner I've ever done before. Hi, I hope you're all well. If you are new around here, hello, it is lovely to meet you. And if you are returning, thank you very fucking much for coming back. My name is Alanna, I'm a 36-year-old lady living in Scotland, and that is where my accent is from. And on this channel, we predominantly talk all things beauty, skincare, hair care, lifestyle, travel, bloggery, vloggery bullshit, with a liberal sprinkling of sarcasm, cynicism, and some might say honesty thrown in on top. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, there's a subscription button in the corner. Give it a thumbs up, all that other kind of YouTuber crap. This video is going to be the third in my series for self-tan trials this year, and this one is going to be the Skinny Tan Gradual Tanner. The actual name for it is the Skinny Tan Tan and Tone Wonder Serum Gradual Tanner. Fancy. If you haven't already seen my other tanning videos, I'm going to put the playlist up in the corner here. But basically what I do is I trial out different tanners every single year, especially if there's new products on the market, and see if they are any good. Because as you will see, I am a lovely shade of white. The reason I've got a jumper on today, or a long cardigan on today, is because it's actually pretty bloody cold. And I'm going to night shift in 4 hours? 4 hours. So I figured I would do this before I got ready for my night shift. I'm going to jump in the shower in a minute, put on the Gradual Tanner, and come back and tell you my first impressions. And then I'll put it on over the next 3 days, see what it comes out like, and I'll give you a roundup at the end. So let's just jump into this. Alright, so as I was saying, and I know I've got makeup on today, I done a little reel before I filmed this, and now I'm going to go and wash it off and go to night shift. But basically, as I was saying, this is the Skinny Tan and Tone, so I don't know. Anyway, we're going to read the directions on this one, because weirdly the things that I picked up, it's usually always gradual tanners that I pick up, and weirdly this year when I picked up the back of them, I was like, why is it saying it will develop in 6 to 8 hours, or 1 to 2 hours? Actually, the Tan Looks one said that. But this one kind of says the same thing, although it says basically it combines anti-aging, hydrating skincare ingredients to improve elasticity, firm and smooth the skin all in one. That is a big claim to be making. The lightweight, luminous serum goes on smoothly for a silky finish that develops in a flawless, lasting, gradual tan in 6 to 8 hours. So really, it's just a gradual tanner. I don't understand why they're saying like it develops in 6 to 8 hours. A lasting gradual tan in 6 to 8 hours. Like, I know it's not instant, it's a gradual tanner. Do you need to put a time frame on it? Maybe that's where it's thrown me. I've overthought it. I've been overthinking it. But basically this one says exfoliate your skin. It suggests to use the Skinny Tan pre-primer, whatever it was. Ensure your skin is completely clean and dry prior to application. Apply the serum evenly on the skin on one area at a time and blend. Wash palms with warm soapy water after and wait till touch dry before dressing. It says reapply daily until you reach your desired level of tan. Allow tan to develop for 6 to 8 hours before showering. So I think that's all it means. It's like, well, duh, you would just fucking put this on after. Are lots of people putting this on and then go and showering after? Is that what people... Surely people know a gradual tanner, you just put it on once you come out the bath of the shower. Does that need to be explained? I wonder if people got sued or something like that. Anyway, this is the one we're going to try today. Let me just open. I've not even took the packet off this one, so I can have a wee sniff of it for you before I get in the shower. Okay, the top doesn't screw off. And what I'm going to first off say is, this is nothing like other gradual tanners I've used before. It's like a gel consistency. Are you going to see this? You squeeze some out here. It's like a gel consistency with what I would say is a shimmer, like kind of luminosity to it. That's what I would say. Oh, it smells nice. It does smell nice. It has that kind of obvious kind of summery, fake tan, coconuts, pina coladas type. You know, that summer scent. It's quite sweet, but it smells quite nice. Now, just before I derobe, so you can see what I'm like before, colour-wise, I'm going to tell you about this as well. I picked this up because obviously I'm trying out these tanners week to week. So I want to get rid of the tan that I've used before I start trying out a new one. So I thought, why not pick up something like a tan eraser? I got this one from Superdrug. It's the Tanologist tan eraser. Obviously Skinny Tan have said on their bottle they've got their version as well. It's like a tan eraser / primer type thing, exfoliating type situation. I am still going to use my Soap and Glory scrub because it's one of my favourites. I spoke about it in the last video I had out. I spoke about it quite a lot. But I have used this. I think I've used this a total of 3 times now. It's like down here, and I have found it very useful, and I do actually think it does what it says on the tin. It's basically like a glycolic acid, and basically you put it on, you leave it for 5 minutes, is it? Yeah, leave on for 5 minutes. It comes out like a foam as well, which is quite strange. It's, you know, like an applicator for foam tanners. That's what it comes out like. It scooshes out like a foam. It's kind of going everywhere now, sorry. You rub it on and then you leave it on your body for 5 minutes. Then you get in, wash off in the shower, buffing skin gently till colour is removed. It then tells you how to use it as a primer. Apply to skin, leave on for 5 minutes, wash off in the shower. Is that not the same? I don't know. Brands, what are you fucking doing? I don't know. Anyway, I have found this useful. What I would say is though, that I don't think this took off the colour in the first application. As I said, I've used it 3 times. And I have to say the time in the middle, the second time I used it, I didn't leave it on for the full 5 minutes because I was just a little bit of a rush and I thought I'll just use it in the shower and on my way. But it is quite good. I am enjoying it and it has done the job that it said on the tin, but not with one application. I would say closer to 2 or 3. Okay, so as we can see, I am back to my normal Peely Wally white self. I am hoping you can see me there. Actually, let me just... There we go, you'll be able to see my legs now as well. I am doing this in my bedroom today. The last time I done it in my bathroom. I've always done it in my bathroom. But now with Jack being in his own room next to the bathroom and stuff, it's just easier. It's just easier to do it in here. So, there we go. That is the colour of me today. I do have on my sensor. Unfortunately, this will not come off between now and me filming the final part of the video because it's always a really good telltale sign of how to know how dark you have got. If you're new, this is my insulin pump right here. I wear it here. And this is my sensor that goes along with it. So just in case you were a bit like, what the fuck is she talking about? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in for my shower and I'm going to replace my insulin pump. It's due to be changed anyway. And then so that means there'll be fresh skin underneath the little area where it is. And I will start using the Skinny Tan after my shower. So I can peel that off and let you see the difference in my skin tone there. But unfortunately, this will probably stay on for, I'm hoping it fucking stays on for 7 days. It's supposed to last 7 days. I'm going to jump in the shower now. I'm going to come back to you and let you know what I think about on first application. Okay, so we are back. I think this is going to be the most emotional, is that a nice word to use? Emotional first impressions of a tanner I've ever done before. This is $24.99 on Look Fantastic at the moment. I was just looking to see if it is on Boots as well. And Boots is $18.74, so you can get a little bit cheaper there. Now I have a code with Look Fantastic. I'm going to stick it up here because I usually do. But my honest truth is, like, just don't fucking buy this. And I've not even seen what the outcome will be yet. But from using it, I'm like, this is horrible. Absolutely horrible. Now, the scent is really nice. I already kind of spoke about that. And I showed you the consistency of it. But here's the thing. This whole bottle now is sticky. Super duper sticky. So I'm kind of holding it like this just because I don't want to grip it because it's so sticky. I would show you what this is like coming out the tube, but I really can't. I don't want to get it on my hands. That's the maybe I'll film it another day and slot in the footage here. If I don't, then you fucking know why. I don't want to put this on my hands again. It's so sticky. I've washed my hands and it still feels tacky. Basically, when you're squeezing this out the tube, it is like a serum. That's exactly what it's like a gel serum or a watery serum, like your hyaluronic acid or something like that. Or it's like a mix between a jelly and a water. That's what it is. So it comes out the bottle so fucking fast for a start, and then you've got a massive spludge in your hand, and I'm like, well, we're gonna have to put a dot here, and it's running down your arm at the same time because, like a watery serum, if you put it on your face, it's gonna run down your cheek. It's running down your body, and you're a little bit like, Jesus. So if you do buy it, my first word of warning would be very careful how you squeeze it out. Try and get as little as you can and then do it in your sections, because I really, really should. And actually, just even shaking it about in the bottle, I can hear it going slump, slump, like to each end. It's nigh on impossible to get it to come out slow at this point, I feel. But I then obviously put it on and I was like, right, let's just go for it. We've got hundreds of my hands, let's just everywhere, right? And it obviously said to leave to dry before you dressed yourself. I am not dry. And I have left it for 5-10 minutes to the point I was like, I'm standing here frozen. Like, I can't just keep standing here in the buff waiting for something to dry that I don't think is ever going to fucking dry. My skin, everywhere I touch, is sticky. Like, fucking sticky. Not tacky, not like primer on your face, like fucking sticky. Like, my toddler has had his hands on that and basically he's touched something before and we are talking super sticky. That's how I feel at the moment. I'm touching the back of my arm and stuff because I've obviously put this on, and it might be picking up some of the product and making that dry a little bit better. But here, I can feel it like on my stomach as well, between my legs, everything is very sticky. Not an enjoyable experience to put on. We will see how this comes out because I am well aware that application was probably not the best, but also I have now put this on top of a very sticky body. I don't know how that'll come out either. I don't even fucking want to put this on tomorrow. I've just realised I've got to do this for 3 days. We'll see what it comes out like tomorrow. I'm night shift anyway, it's not like I'm going anywhere in the daylight. And I will put it on again for fucking review purposes. I am going to put that. I've been very sweary in this video in this section because that was just awful. I did not enjoy that at all. I have to say, I think I smell nice. It's very, very sweet. It is very, very summery. If you're not into sweet fragrances, then that might put you off as well. But I feel like it's a very sweet summery fragrance. I will let you know how it goes throughout the night when I come back to you and let you know if it gets that fake tan smell. I feel like it might, it may not. That is the other thing actually, just as I was bending my elbows there because I feel them still sticky in the crux. When I all put it on and then I maybe like was washing my hands or whatever, so you're bending your elbows to wash things or just to like get this lid back on and sit it somewhere, bending my arms. And then I looked down at myself and it was like some of the serum had just all gathered in these areas, like just a big glob of it in these areas. And it wasn't from my application, like I'd smoothed all that over that area. It was more like when I was bending my elbows, things were just gathered. So I don't know what this is going to come out like, I'm going to be honest with you. See if it comes out nice. I'll be very pleasantly surprised. But at this stage, I can tell you right now, I don't think I'll buy this again because that application was horrible. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. Please let me know if you've used it because I don't, maybe mine's has gone bad. I don't know, but it smells nice. Doesn't smell like it's gone bad. The lifespan on this is 12 months from opening it as well. So, but can you hear it? Do you hear that? Sloshing, like slump, clump, like slip. It just is like a big jelly in there. So if you're squeezing out a really watery jelly, it's quite difficult to get it on the skin. It's not like cubes of jelly. It doesn't come out like you're squeezing jelly out a tiny tube. But it's like a gel liquid. So it's quite difficult to smooth on the skin in any even kind of manner, to be honest with you. With regards to the shimmer in it, I do see some sheen on my skin at the moment. We'll see how that goes. But there is definitely some radiance on there. But I'll come back to you and let you know how it goes. Because at the moment, that was not enjoyable. Alright, so it is the day after. I have came back. I've just woke up from working my night shift. So I came home this morning, went to bed, and it is now 4:15 in the afternoon. So it's a little later than I would normally film this. But you get the gist. That's why there's a light on this side. But I think that given even the lighting and given even the fact, actually, I've not changed my pyjama bottoms yet. I've put my bra on, but I've not changed my pyjama bottoms. It's going to be enough for me to be like, you'll get to see all you need to see. Okay, so it's the very next day, and this is horrific. Now, I have to try and put an element of positivity in there and a little bit of like, I'll give it the excuse of, I feel like I explained yesterday, the way that the product is made, like the substance of it, is so weird and so difficult to apply to the skin there will be a lot of user error on here, because maybe people use this and they absolutely love it and they're like, well, clearly it's because you've applied it wrong. And if that is so, I totally take the hit. Take the hit, shoot me in the chest, it's fine, I get it. But what I'm saying is, I've been using fake tan for quite a few years now, at 36 years old. I've put on fake tan every now and again over the summers. And this one, especially over the last 3 years when I've been reviewing them, is by far the worst for application. So, last night when I went to work, I basically got dressed. I just wear like joggies and a t-shirt to go to work for night shift, and then I get changed into my uniform. And from the get-go, when I got there, I was like, I am still sticky. 4 hours later, or whatever it was, 3-4 hours later, I am still sticky. I was so aware of it. When I took off my hoodie or whatever it was to put on my uniform, there's literally bits, I'm hoping you're going to see this, that there, that is possibly a stripe of tan, but it's also a stripe of like ooze, like fluff from the item I was wearing, which is the same for, see this weird patch in the middle of my belly here? That right there is actually just a gathering of what looks like dirt now. So what I feel like this ended up looking like this morning was when you put on a classic self-tan that has the guide, that has the colour, and basically you look dirty, but then you go and wash it off in the shower and the tan that's left over is usually very nice. So giving it the benefit of the doubt, maybe once I go and have my shower, it will actually look a little cleaner. But at this stage, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it looks horrific. But there are other areas that I'm going to show you. Like here. Can you see that? Can you see this streakiness? Can you look at how streaky? It's so streaky. Now I'm going to zoom you in on the bits that I feel like are dirty areas. So as I said, this is my stomach. I'm not sure. Can you see this? All this bit here, and so here, I'm gonna have to zoom you in further. This is just like a patch of dirt. This is just like a sticky patch of oozy dirt that's formed here. I don't know. On my chest too, actually just let me turn the light down a bit because I think you'll see it even worse. When I see here how streaky that whole area is here. So just before I turn the light up, you can see as well actually, because obviously I wash my hands and work a lot, there's a clear definition of difference between the two areas. But you can see I have colour. Like this has tanned me very, very quickly. One of the girls, sorry, I'm just put the light back up. One of the girls that I work with was like, God, that's developing really fast. I mean, look at the colour. And she was like, that's pretty impressive. And I was like, yeah, but it's a mess. Like, it's an absolute mess. And I don't know if that's because of clothing that I've put on top or just general streakiness when I've been using it. This side is just as bad. You can see here. Is it around here? No. So there, somewhere. Very, very patchy. And just looks dirty on my skin at this point. So as I say, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. I will have a shower. I don't know how it'll come out after that. I'm going to put some writing on the screen here to tell you how it looks after that. Because at this point, I am not reapplying this tonight after my shower. I'm just not. I didn't enjoy the process of putting it on. The scent was very nice, yes. But also, again, easy within 4 hours, I would say. Because it's kind of by the time I was getting to work and changing into my uniform, I was like, clear, fake tan, biscuity smell, it is definitely there. So that scent doesn't last terribly long either, and I felt like it was actually quicker at coming up with that biscuity scent than some of the other ones I've used previously. But at this stage in the game, I am not doing 3 days worth of this. Maybe people could say, oh well, if you kept going, like the areas that are patchy will smooth out, and then the next day and the next day you'll end up with a developed tan. But as I say, this is deep and dark. I feel like if I go one more day and maybe it will even out some of the areas, but again, the application of it, I just disliked it so much that I don't fucking want to use this again. But even if I do apply it 2 or 3 days and it comes out as an even tan, it's going to be a really dark tan, I just don't want to put myself through that. I'm saying that like it's up here, oh my god, first world problems. But it's just horrible. It's horrible doing it yesterday. I don't want to be sticky all night on my night shift again. I don't want to look filthy when I'm out and about. Like, I look dirty at the moment. It just looks manky, which, don't get me wrong, there's lots of nursing staff who will put on like the classic fake tan with the indicator in it, with the colour, and come to their work, and people, they're like, oh, I've got a wedding to go to over the weekend, I've just done my fake tan tonight. Nobody bothers their bum, right? They get it. Nurses fake tan. But I'm just like, no, I don't want to look like this. And especially when I am going on holiday in 10 days, I think at this point, I'm not, this has got to come off. This has got to come off. I have one more to try, which is the Saint Tropez serum tan as well. It's more like an oil liquid hybrid. And I have to say, I am very, very dubious whether or not to even bother trying that. Because I don't want to go on my holiday looking like this, because I think it'll be horrific. But I will test it out for you. I will do it. Maybe if I don't use any more of this, I can scrub this off and do it a little earlier before I go on my holiday. And if that's the case, then I will probably definitely use the gradual before I go on holiday, because honest to God, like this, no, absolutely. And we will see what will happen with the Saint Tropez one. So I don't even have the bottle here. It's in the bathroom. I'm not even going to go and grab it. As I said, I do have a code on Look Fantastic. My advice would be, do not use my code to buy this because it's crap, but use it for anything else you like. Go ahead if you want. It is an affiliate code. But, you know, this one is an absolute no for me. But if you have used it and you're a religious user of it, or you've tried it out before and it worked well for you, please let me know how. Please let me know how it worked well for you. Did you feel that the application of it was really fiddly? What did you do? Because I have no doubt that the streakiness, especially like, see this area here, you can see that's where I've just been like that, okay? So I've obviously not took it down here. But I feel like with the kind of product it was so weird. Like it was it was like a skincare product, like for your face. Like a serum for your face, but it was almost like jelly / water, and trying to get it everywhere was quite tough. Trying to get a small amount in your hand was quite tough, and I don't feel like it was something that was easily spread out on the skin. It was quite a difficult process, and as I say, it became sticky so quickly. So I just, no, it's not for me. I would not recommend you buying this. And I feel like such a negative Nancy, and usually with these so far, I've been like, you know what, yeah, maybe it's done this or that, but overall, most of them, I'm like, they're decent tanners, they're gradual tanners, blah, blah, blah. I don't really have a big problem. This one is the first one that I've tried and thought, absolutely not, never again. So that is where I'm going to leave this video. I'm going to now go and get my breakfast. And then I'll get a shower and head off to night shift. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I hope you've enjoyed this video and it was useful to you. And I will see you all again in the next one. Bye.